motion. Oh fuck. You see how hard that was? This car, bro. Anyways, I filmed a video, right? And I was actually driving with you guys, but then my tire got punctured. So my tire has literally entirely been fucking broken, like it's in pieces. There's literally holes inside. And I was filming a video, a very good video. I was also driving you guys around, and I was really hoping I could do that with you guys. But turns out there's a puncture. I really got distracted. The car was also shaking a lot, so the camera just got fucked up. So I couldn't really get a nice video for you guys, and that's why I'm just literally filming again now. And I wish I could take you guys for a spin, but I just cannot do that. So what I'm gonna do though is, and also, that's fine, right? I see why people buy it. Now, just first thing, right? Why do people spend 400 grand on a car when the seat doesn't even fucking move? Doesn't even fucking move. Like, my back hurts, bro. My back is hurting. Like, move the shit behind, right? I can buy a sports car and have my fucking seat move, okay? So, rented this car, and I don't think it's a car I would buy. Definitely not the first supercar I would buy, because, well, like, it's just not comfortable. It's just not comfortable. The rental guys have ripped me off, definitely, because, well, the tire has literally been fucked since the start. I even brought it up with them, and they said, yeah, don't worry, it's not a big deal. And, well, it's a fucking big deal, bro. I could have died right now. And worse is, even if the tire gets fucked and then the car gets fucked, well, y'all are just gonna have a big fucking mighty bill. So I have so many hours left, but I literally cannot do anything now. So I cannot even move. So it's honestly not a big thing when it comes to money. Like, it's fine. It wasn't that expensive, at least for me. But yeah, I'm not trying to like gloat about that. In fact, I wanted to make this video and really get to the point now, which is, you know, for 2 years I could have done this, but I didn't. I had motion for 2 years. I have it, and I didn't. And I realized, you know, I've abstained from doing all of these lifestyle sort of things, which is great, and I would still like to keep it that way. Look, I'm here, I'm filming in a nice car for you guys, just because I thought, you know what, I haven't really enjoyed myself in the last 4 or 5 months. I haven't really taken any breaks, so I thought, you know what, one day today, just gonna go fucking insane. Like, I got this car. So went shopping, just bought a fuck ton of shit, spent money for no reason, and it was good. You know, it was something I've never really done in a while. Fun fact, been in Dubai 4.5 months, 5 months. I haven't shopped in Dubai Mall even once until today. So yeah, I haven't done any of those things, and I realized, you know what, let's just go and have some fun. And I thought I'd make this video because these last 4.5 months as well, I've been taking so many punches, both personally as well as business-wise, and I thought I'd just make a video for you guys to really share with you that I have had a ego death, like a complete ego death. And it's honestly ironic that I'm doing that inside of a Porsche GT3RS. It's honestly ironic because, like, I realized all these punches that I'm taking, it's getting brutal, it's getting gruesome, right? What is this all happening for? And as it was happening, I was like, well, I'm not gonna quit, but then why am I enduring these, right? What am I gonna really find a reason to endure these for? And I realized, well, what are my goals then? You know, because I've made a lot of money. I'm now making more than $1 million bucks a year, and well, it's a lot of money. It's enough. Will I make 3 million? Is that gonna change my life? No, not really. And then I also realized, you know, I've been speaking to my family a lot, and well, I'm gonna inherit a lot of money. You know, unlike your favorite gurus out there, I will admit this openly. I'm gonna inherit a fuck ton of money. Now, at the same time, I would also like to state that I have set up my business completely by myself. Okay, nobody believed in me in the start. I had to do it all on my own. So even though I have come from money, when it actually came to doing the business, and just literally the amount of shit that I've had to take, and just the character that I've had to build, and just this different level of perspective that I've had to have to get here, it's all been by myself. Like it's all really been in lonely fucking nights, and just lonely thoughts, and just lonely doubts of, am I ever gonna do it? Am I crazy? And well, I'm here now. Okay, so just to keep that clear, and as I'm talking about those nights, right, and just that level of feeling, what I also want to talk about is the character that you're gonna build through that, and a big lesson, which is, when you don't get something, God is protecting you. He's protecting you. Okay, the thing is, so many people, they get some things or they don't get it, and then they get so entitled. They get like, why the hell haven't I gotten this? I was really excited about this. I really wanted this. I really deserve this. And well, you didn't get it, so you didn't deserve it. That it's as simple as that. Like, you didn't get it, right? So they get all entitled, and I'm trying to tell you, look, like, don't be that person, because I promise you, you will get everything after that. Because you have to realize, if you didn't get it in that moment, God was protecting you. God saw you. He's like, well, if you got this thing, you will not be able to handle it, and that is why you should not get it. So think of it in a way, well, if I had gotten it that time, I would not be able to handle it. I have work to do. I have some character to build. I have some identity to build, so that then those things would come to this person here, right? You happen in life. Life does not just happen to you. Everything in your life is a byproduct of you, the person you are, the identity you are. So focus on that, right? So when you don't get those things, and you have all these nights, these lonely nights, these despair nights, it happens, by the way, with everybody in every stage of their career. Even the person who's now making $1 billion move is gonna have those same battles, those same mountains to climb, those same doubts, those same things where God is looking at them and being, okay, are you ready for this? And they're not. They're not. And that is honestly demotivating. It's honestly a big gut punch. And that's what I've had in the last 1.5 months. I had this one situation as well with my hiring. I had to fire this guy. A lot of money just got burned because, well, he had a notice period. And I had to fire him because he was just being toxic. He was just being disrespectful, being toxic. And I was like, you know what? Get out of here. I don't want you. Like, you're not going to listen to me. Just fuck out of here. And I don't want you to serve your notice period, your 60 days. I will pay you your money. Just get out. You cannot be near my team. I do not want you there. And in my head, I was like, well, wow, like if I did this a year back, I would have just sucked it up and kept him just for the money, like stupidly. And it was like, I was looking at that 12 grand, like, no, like it's not even as expensive as it could have been. And it's honestly a weird thing to do, right? It was a big character developing moment for me as well. That was one of the examples of just a bunch of private fucking victories and private fucking battles that I've had in the last 4.5, 5 months. And that's one example, right? So, as these things keep happening, I realize as well, I'm willing to burn 16 grand for this, looking at the long-term ROI. Well, let's revisit my goals then, right? Let's revisit what is it that I'm trying to do, because I've gotten my goals, but then I again have more bigger goals, right? And I haven't really gotten them. So looking at them, I'm like, well, okay, God is protecting me. God's like, you're not ready for this yet. Well, how can I now make myself ready for this? What do I really need for this? And one thing I also realized is, well, in the last 6 months, I haven't even looked at my monthly numbers and my monthly figures. Like, I don't care. I realized even my yearly numbers, like there's only just projections to the monthly ones, just so I can hit those long-term yearly numbers, right? That's the only thing I care about now when it comes to those monthly figures, by the way. But when I look at even just how much I'm gonna make in the year, it's really just about the business making it. Like, it's not even about me making it personally. And this time, I think I've finally come to a point where I really just care about the business, and I'm treating the business as just the business and nothing else. And all my own personal finances, things, all those aside, that's just separate. Like just treat it completely differently, right? In the first year, I think it was more just like a lifestyle sort of business. And now that I'm looking at the business as just a business, I'm starting to look at this lens and the scope of 3-4 years down the line, not just next year and then even this year and not just short-term numbers, right? So I'm already looking at the moves as well that I'm going to be playing with the key people I need in my business, the hires who are going to be there for those next few years, and people that are really, really nice people and really, really competent people, right? I think with this person also I realized like they just have to be nice people. Like just have some decent human, like decency. And that guy didn't have it. I had to fire him, right? But this is where I've really been at, and I've realized, well, I'm now just playing this game for the next few years. I'm inheriting all this money. If I make 1 million or 5 million, it's not really gonna make a difference. And last year, if all this is just being a lifestyle thing and my ego is really attached to that, well, what is the ego about now? It's really dead, right? There's nothing. There's just nothing, right? I'm also just in a nice place. I'm in a nice, happy place mentally, with my relationships with people, and overall I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for all the things that God has tested me with before, and I managed to pass it because I wasn't an entitled asshole. And now that I have it, I am just simply grateful that I managed to pass those tests, withstand those tests with the perspective of these are tests and not with the perspective of entitlement, with the perspective of I need to grow into these things, with the perspective of I need to make myself a better person because God has seen me, He's protecting me, He knows that I'm not yet ready for this, and well, I'm now gonna go and get this. And I'm happy and grateful that I managed to do these, because honestly, the childhood person or the person who was dreaming of it 2 years back, he would be insanely proud. And now I'm also just looking at, well, it's just a repeating cycle, right? It's just happening again, right? Where I am looking at, well, this is the next few things that I want. God is like, well, you're not yet ready for this. What am I going to do about it now? And what are the things that I'm going to just start uncovering about what are the things I need so that I can get these things and pass these tests after being smacked the fuck down from these tests and or from trying to achieve these things. And one thing I realized, very, very weird metaphor. Yesterday, I was boxing, okay? I was sparring with my coach, and he accidentally stepped on my toe, and I ended up stubbing it very hard that it started bleeding, right? And as it was bleeding, I washed it, and then it started bleeding again after 15 minutes. And that's a wound, right? It doesn't just immediately show itself. It has to sort of pass that phase and that time, and it will happen again. And the wound it's sort of like a prolonged thing. And even the pain I was feeling after that, it would sort of like spike up a bit, then again spike down, then again spike up a bit. So it's never really like a binary way of anything that happens, right? Like the wound is there as a objective thing, but again, it's like the way the wound also expresses itself is different. That's the same thing with these tests, right? You're gonna initially see yourself get smacked down, and you're gonna be very confused. You're gonna be like, what the hell just happened? You're gonna feel a bit entitled because you're confused yet. Like you don't have the reason as to why exactly have I been smacked down, or what it is that I'm actually gonna have to fix in order to get back up. And let time pass. As that thing is happening, just let the time pass. It will eventually reveal itself. Just keep doing what you're doing. Know that you have to work on it. You have to grow. You're just not that person yet. Because if you had it, you would have gotten it. Okay, so don't get entitled whatsoever. And just know that those weeks, it's gonna really reveal itself, and then eventually you will just get there because you're anyways just putting in those reps. You're going in with the approach of I need to grow into it anyways. I need growth. I don't need entitlement. So it will eventually happen on its own anyways. Just keep doing what you're doing, right? And as you keep doing all of these things, I want you to just realize and look at the overall perspective. Okay, just look at all of it overall. Like, I have spent time in this car today. I have seen all different types of things. I've seen people really just treated completely differently, from the person who is filling my tires to just people like kids. They're looking at their moms and they're like, Mom, look at that car, and they were just so excited. And then there's this other guy I met, and he really liked this car, and he parked his car near me, and I was like, well, he was telling me actually it was his dream car, and I was like, well, do you want to start it up? And he's like, you let me do that? I'm like, of course I'll let you do that. Like, go for it. It's your dream car. Why not? And he started up, and I could just feel like he was just so happy. And it was a really nice feeling for me to be able to do that for him and just give that to him. and just people treat you a lot differently. So as I'm saying all this, and as I've just experienced this change, yes, bro, owning a car like this, people would just treat you so differently. But then again, just think about what matters to you, right? Like what actually matters to you. I don't care a lot about how random people look at me, or even acquaintances for that matter, right? Like you can post this thing and then you can be like, all your acquaintances are gonna be like, oh fuck, this guy's so cool, is that? But like, dude, those guys, you barely speak to them. Like, how do they matter? Like, how do they really matter, right? Like, when it comes to the people that you really, really love and that you really share things with, anyways, well, they don't care. You never had this in the first place. They still loved you. They still looked at you and listened to you and actually understood your actual goals and your actual vision. And those are the ones, the day ones that you truly want to keep, right? And look, all of that to say, just control that ego, because you're gonna hit all your goals eventually, and then when that happens, this is exactly what's gonna happen. Like this is exactly what you're gonna feel, right? The ego is just like completely vanished, and just also how you're gonna have to deal with these trials and tribulations. Anyways, dude, wrap it up. Motion.